determine that.
Setting h to 0.
Very good. So negative 16t squared plus 440t equals 0. Very good. Which means if it reaches the ground or touches the ground, it means that height is 0. Good. Very good. So what do I do now? Very good. Excellent. So let's divide both sides by negative 8. Two t squared minus
Minus 55t.
good. Binomial in descending order, no greatest common factor anymore, no negative leading coefficient. Greatest common factor. Very good. And in parentheses? So there are two options then. T equals. Right, which makes sense. It wasn't on the ground at time t equals 0. And the second time it reaches the ground is how many seconds later? So right here is at t equals 0. And right here at t equals 55 over 2 seconds. So two answers. However, we were asked to determine when it hits the ground the second time. So of course we got t equals 0 as well. Let's do 64.
Where we extrapolated the set table.
Oh, you were asked to evaluate. Let's say f of x equals 10x squared plus 2. And then you will put it in the graphing calculator on the y equals. So clear. And let's put 10x squared, x squared, and plus 2. And we go to second and table. And you punch in any number you want. So I want 0. I want 5. I want negative 3. I want negative 5. And I get all the numbers I need for the values of the function for different values of x. Good? Anything else? 64, yes. I was just looking at it. Find two consecutive positive even integers whose product is 440. Find two consecutive positive even integers whose product is 440. So if I tell you 30, is 30 a positive integer? Even integer? Yes. Then if I ask you to give me the consecutive positive even integer, what would you say? 32. But now I'm telling you x is the first positive even integer. Please give me the next one. Perfect. So now I'm told find two positive consecutive positive even integers whose product is 440. Can anyone set up anything for us?
X times x plus 2 equals 440.
Very good. Now what? Very good. x squared plus 2x minus 440 equals 0. Okay, so let's work on this problem. What happened to Derek? Sarah. Where's Sarah? Can anyone give us a push? We want to find
Two numbers, product, negative.
since one is positive and one is negative and their sum is 2, obviously one cannot be 100 and the other one 5. They really have to be close. How close? Just 2 units apart. Because one is positive and one is negative. So I'm looking at 440 and I say, oh, gee, it's another big number. So 440 is 44 times 10, which is 4 times 11 and 2 times 5. So 2 times 2 times 2 times 5 times 11. 2, 2, 2, 5, 11. So what do I need?
8.
But 55 times 8, I will not have a sum of 2. They have to be very balanced, very close. One cannot be 100, the other one cannot be 4, because their sum will be 96. They have to be very close to each other.
20 and 22.
Exactly. 20 and 22. Excellent. So then, what?
22, it's minus 20.
If I do that, I'm in trouble.
So minus 20.
Right. So then x equals negative 22 and x equals 20. However, I'm specifically told 2 positive even integers. So if x is 20, how much is x plus 2? 22. There was nothing wrong with negative 22, but I was specifically told positive. Otherwise, I would have accepted both solutions. Say it again.
So if you made them both negative, it would be
Because
the next would be equal to the positive.
Yeah, but one will be negative 22 and the other consecutive, but it depends on where you want to go. Yeah, so that's why they eliminated the other a little bit ambiguous situation. So they said 2 positive. Is this better? Is this okay? Good? Anything else?
38.
Yes, number 38, very good. 38. 9x squared minus 4y squared. Any suggestions on this? No, no, no. This is not an equation. And it's not a system. Okay, 3x.
Plus 2y. 3x minus 2x.
Good. The difference of squares. This is a perfect square. This is a perfect square. The binomial strategy tells us that this is a difference of squares. And it's a sum and a difference. Good. Anything else? Good questions.
Number 32,
Okay.
34, 34.
Okay, very good. 32. 90 squared minus 25 s squared. Can anyone tell us what to do with this? Okay, ready?
3t minus 5x. 3t plus 5x.
Good. It's a difference of squares. Very good. Anything else?
So I can see if I got this right. Can you try 33?
Which one?
33.
33. Very good. 33. It's 16x squared plus y squared.
That'd be 4x minus.
It's not factors.
Very good. It's the sum of squares. Very good.
Wow.
Next question.
Number 36.
Sure. Number 36. What does it say? 36.
2x.
2x cubed plus 8x. Very good. Can anyone get us started on this?
Number 2.
Very good. What is left in parentheses?
X squared. X squared. Plus 4.
Good. Is there anything else we can do here?
No.
Because x squared plus 4 is the sum of squares. Good. Next question.
34.
34, very good. 34, x cubed minus 8y cubed. What do we do with this?
X minus 2.
X
X
squared.
squared plus 2x minus 4y squared.
This is always positive. There's no such thing. This is always positive.
Plus 4y squared.
Very good. If you put the minus and distribute, you will see you will not get the left-hand side. But if you put plus and you distribute, you will see you will get the left-hand side. Good. Anything else? Which one? Is there anything else that you would say, well, if I see this problem or that problem, it may be hard or something? What about chapter 5? Any questions on chapter 5? Do we have everything under control in chapter 5?
Number 35.
From?
8x cubed plus 27.
Good. 8x cubed.
On page 434.
Good. So can anyone get us started on this one? Very good. It's a sum of cubes that factors into a binomial times a trinomial. Very good. Is this okay?
Can you do
Yes?
4x squared plus 9 and 2x plus 3?
Is there a problem or
No, can you have like 2 solutions?
let's try. What so you're saying that for the same problem?
Yeah.
Okay, what was your solution?
I feel like I got it wrong now though.
That's okay.
4x squared plus 9 and then 2x plus 3.
Very good. Let's try. 4x squared times 2x, 8x cubed. 4x squared times 3, 12x squared. Plus 9 times 2x, 18x. Plus 9 times 3, 27. Does this equal this? These 4 terms, do they equal these 2 terms? No. Is it okay?
Yeah, I just didn't do all of the
So to answer your question correctly, if I find a way of factoring a polynomial and my way is correct, nobody else can find another. So in short, if a polynomial is factorable, there is only one way of factoring it. If mine is wrong, then you may find the correct one. But if mine is correct, nobody else can find the correct one. So there is only a unique way, just one way of factoring a polynomial. Although you can say, yeah, I can write it as x plus 1 times x minus 1, and then x minus 1 times x plus 1 is the same thing. So rearranging the factors does not give us a different way of factoring. So if a polynomial is factorable, there is only one way to do it. We can't have 2 solutions for factoring. Good. Next question.
What you could do first number 2x plus 3. Like I'm trying to
2x squared is 8x cubed. 2x cubed is 8x cubed, and 3 cubed is 27. That's how we determine the quantity, the 2 terms in the binomial. What we cube to get 8x cubed, and what we cube to get 27. Next question. Yes, please, Hannah.
So I kind of have another question on number 7. So I got
Number 7 on the same page.
um,
Okay. So
I got something different than the books, but yet it's still, I feel like I still did it wrong. That's kind of like what I was going.
okay. So there is only one way. Okay. So for terms, factoring by grouping, what will you factor out from the first two?
Plus
What is left in parentheses?
X.
Oh wait, never mind.
That's okay.
I missed the first complete term.
That's okay. And then what is left in front? Sign.
Plus this
Good. So then this is x minus 1 times.
3x plus 2.
Good. Anything else?
37.
Yes. 37.
Negative 2x cubed. Oh, it's, the problem is.
We did 37 today.
uh,
I can show it to you.
Yeah.
So So you rearrange it in descending order, negative 2x cubed y cubed plus 54. Then you factor out negative 2, and then you get x cubed y cubed minus 27. So that's why this is a difference of cubes, xy minus 3, x squared y squared, plus 3xy, and plus 9. Other questions for me? Okay, one more time. Are we okay? Are we solid with chapter 5? Okay. Any questions?
Can you
Yes?
write down that no formula?
Which one?
Formula,
The a plus b squared?
the first term squared times.
Yes. So there are two formulas for the trinomial. So a plus b squared is the first term squared plus 2 times the first times the second plus the second term squared. And if you have minus, then you have minus in the middle. So first term squared plus 2 times the first times the second plus the second term squared. And if you have minus, then you have a squared minus 2 times the first times the second plus the second term squared.
So the sign stays the same as what's in the first.
Right. So if the binomial has plus, everything has plus. If the binomial has minus in the middle, then only the middle term is negative.
But the last one stays.
We never even talk about the last one.
Okay.
The last one in all of them is positive. In the sum or difference of cubes, or in the binomial squared.
So
This-
that's why you're gonna have stuff on there that says no formula.
No, I would not do that to you. You can still do it on scratch paper. I would not.
Can you write down the formulas for the sum and difference cubes?
Can you review them, please? Oh yeah, here you mean?
Yeah.
Yes. So a squared plus b squared is not factorable. A squared minus b squared is a plus b times a minus b. And then a cubed plus b cubed is a plus b. A squared minus ab plus b squared. And if I have minus here, I have minus here and plus here. And you should remember them together, because then you will remember the sequence of signs. I'm hoping that you'll review everything from chapter 5 and everything for chapter 6 for Thursday test. But I'm also highly recommending, if I need to, I will beg you to redo all your tests with solutions this weekend. I will post your test and I will post solutions. So work on all tests. Print out the blank test and play with it. And look at solutions. Because next week is the last week of classes, we will only review. I don't want to review chapter 5 and 6 again, because I think we reviewed it for 3 weeks in a row. So next week, for 4 hours, I would like to review the previous chapters, like chapter 1, 2, 3, and 4. But because I think we're solid in 5 and 6, right? And we reviewed for 3 weeks, didn't we? 2 weeks at least, right? So, right, correct. So I recommend redo test 1, 2, 3, and 4 over the weekend. Because otherwise we will start from scratch on Tuesday and you're going to not participate. You're going to say, where did you get that? Which is fine. I will always answer your questions. But we're not going to review as much as I wanted it to. If I